weekend, boys. Okay, it's Monday night and we are headed to Florida. We are headed out with the S10 on radials. This is first time out for that. We're headed to Emerald Coast Dragway to do testing at Ryan's track tomorrow. And then we're going to head to South Georgia Motorsports Park tomorrow night and do 5 rounds of qualifying there into the weekend. So wish us luck. We know that we've got a big week ahead of us to try to get the truck down the track. It's going to be a lot of work getting the chassis relearned to get the thing down the track, but if it works, we're going to go faster than we've ever been before, hopefully.
Hey, we're here. Dude, back there's like...
I would, yeah, park on the left side of the staging lanes.
How's Larson gonna run?
You know, I would say pretty good, but he's not a very consistent driver. He can't cut a light, never cut a double O in his life. So, I mean, mediocre at best.
Zero expectations.
He had a better chance at going fast in his flip-flops.
Injector Jesus has graced us with his presence today. We're just so glad that he's here.
It's a little warm. It was like 40 something degrees at home, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's 80 degrees and sunny, so we're getting ready to make hit number 1 so we can get some data. I'm sure it will not be amazing, but we will figure out what we need to change and go from there. Not really what you expect. Hey, stop stepping on the cords.
Come on, man, the cords.
Cut him some slack.
You literally just yelled at practice.
Well, he was standing there doing this, and I just
chirping on him.
Cody,
What?
can I put this door on, or do we still need to look cool?
It does look cool, none of you can deny it.
We're gonna kind of have to use that more of a like emergency kind of a deal,
At the beginning, for sure.
rather than getting like super. I don't know. I guess once we start collecting data, it'll
The
help.
first thing is, okay, the data seems reasonable. Let's immediately put in some sort of a provision where if it sees 15 or 20 degrees, then it like pulls the fuel really hard.
So here's the key to burnouts on radials. You want to get to direct and get all the wheel speed just out of the water box. Shut it down before the start line block, and you don't want to spin through the start line block. You want to leave that there, and then roll to the 60 foot to pick up all the glue on your hot tires, and back up in your own tracks.
Oh my God, it's Larson Miller.
What's going on right now is one of our nitrous solenoids stuck open. It's a spool jet. They're just going to change it out real quick and hopefully get this fixed so it stops pumping nitrous into it non-stop.
We're having a great start to the week. We have a stuck spool jet, so I guess another half hour till we get to try again. But yeah. Figure it'll be easier if I leave the coil and all my wiring and just, this is the part that sticks. That way I don't have to redo wiring.
For what it's worth, I ran my car between 19 and 21, and he's at 22. But it's a 275, but it's the same construction of a tire.
Same basic.
Look how many stripes you got in the tire around the head. As it bites, you got 3 stripes right there already. That's before it starts to spin, and then you lose it right away.
Okay.
I'd probably start. I'd make a drastic change there, probably like 18 at least.
Yeah, 18, 20.
Cody didn't put enough air in them. It's all Cody's fault.
They're 15 pounds, bitches.
Who said 15's a good number? You just made that up, didn't you?
I did. Magic school bus taught me that.
Because the converter's not flashing, so that it's instant fluid coupling. And so it's just smacking the tire way too hard. So pretty much driving the tire in the ground, it basically basketballed and then released. And just boom. I mean, it was on the limiter.
That's what a lot of the no-prep guys do is on the line they'll leave the dump open to kind of keep it out of power. To keep it,
yeah,
so
you're basically creating an inefficiency coming off the line.
Yeah, okay.
Then once the thing's rolling.
Alright, so first pass went about how we expected it might. It went about 2 inches and zinged the tire. So we made some changes, looked at the logs a little bit. Really just seemed like there was more stored energy there than what the tire could take. So backing off power just a little bit, and we're going to try to open up there, leave the external dump open on the torque converter. So hopefully it'll loosen the torque converter a little bit, and the torque converter can actually absorb a little bit of energy off the starting line rather than putting it all into the tire. So made a tire pressure change and going to see if it does any better.
Okay, that was number 3 attempt, and like you see, it kicks the tire as soon as you come off the button, so we're keeping on pulling power out of the launch RPM and out of the fuel quantity that it goes to when we let off the button. And we are adjusting the extension of the rear shocks as well. So it's just a lot of changes that go from a big tire to a small tire, but we're going to keep making changes until we get the thing to go through the 60 foot, then we can pour the power on.
200 RPMs and go down to 200.
Yeah, I mean, what's it gonna do? Go down the track?
Right. Slow. Great.
140 and another try. Alright, we're, I don't know, 4 or 5 attempts in, and we keep pulling power and it's just not going down. So had a little bit of a powwow with John Mellon at Mensker, and we're going to end up doing a bar change, trying to make so that we get more separation quicker on the hit, because we're really just not driving the tire into the ground. Even during the burnout, we're supposed to be getting some separation, and we're not. Make a little bar change, and also doing a stator change. So that means the transmission has to come out. We have to pull the converter apart and change the stator. So this is the stator, and it affects how tight the torque converter is. So we're not getting any kind of RPM flash on the hit, and so therefore it's making all of the power go straight to the tire, and we're ripping the tire loose. So hopefully with the looser stator, it can give us a little bit of cushion and therefore not rip the tire loose, and then give the chassis some time to do what it needs to do. So we're going to do that, and hopefully we can make some progress tonight. Let's look the other guy.
No, that was, I like this one.
Hold up.
Okay, all you gotta do is balance it.
Come out. Right in first.
Huh?
Just come out.
Yeah, that it sits right, and we'll set it on the other.
Watch your doors.
Give your idiot.
That wasn't good.
What?
Nope, I didn't want this. No.
This is an old one.
Suck it, Stevie.
I was letting you know.
It's only helpful if you know what the turbine is.
Right.
I mean, I know that's the turbine.
Am I supposed to be crisscrossing this, Phil?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
We got a new one
This
now.
thing, we have a new one.
Okay.
We don't know what it does, but we have a new one.
Yeah.
And it's inside of here.
It's a fan.
Yeah, a fan with a little bit less pitch on the fan blades.
The only problem is our converter might think it's the fastest diesel vehicle in the world.
Just shut up. You don't need any karma.
Hey, I already got my karma earlier, so
You did. You did.
made fun of somebody and caught my shirt on the door
Now, if you
walking
make
down
fun
the
of
trailer
Ryan, then
right
I'll
away.
Hey, it went more than like 3 feet. It went to the 60 foot at 122 with like 0 power in it. So now we have things to work with, so much better. Finally feels like we're getting somewhere. Felt good, huh?
That was my bad. I probably could have stayed in that.
Really? That's fine. I mean, we learn things.
It looks like it's on rails.
Dude, holy.
When it pulls, it pulls.
Woo! Yeah. Like it's a little soft out of the hole and then it's just this.
Okay, this is the part where it gets exciting. We've actually got the thing to go down the 60 foot a couple times, and we're slowly making progression. Start with a 122 60 foot, then go to a 116, then a 112. So now we're going up for the next lap, hoping to get it to a 110 or 109. We're just making small educated changes, as once the suspension is to where it's actually extending correctly and we can plant it, now we can work on the power curve. So this is probably the last hit for the night, and then we're going to load up and head to South Georgia Motorsports Park.